All right, everybody. Hey, thanks so much for joining another episode of Off the Cuff. I'm your host, Josh Kalinowski, and today we are so happy to have Shay Wolf. She is a new agent with Coldwell Banker, but by no means is she a new agent. You've been in this industry for now 15 years, right?
Yep, 15 years.
That's great. And you have fantastic knowledge of the market. I think with some of the things that we've been talking about is that, this is, in the day and age right now, what we're going through with the energy crisis a little bit here in Casper, the market has shifted a little bit, but this isn't your first rodeo. You've kind of seen this trend before, haven't you?
Right. Back in 2008, when the market did about the same thing, I witnessed it, and it took a couple years for it to kind of straighten out again. We, of course, weren't hit as bad as the rest of the country, but we did feel it.
Yeah. Well, and great, and any kind of an environment like this, though, there's great opportunities as well, too. I mean, obviously, when the market shifts from a maybe potential seller's market to a buyer's market, that the buyer market, and with the interest rates at 3.5%, that really opens up some great avenues for people out there, right?
Definitely, and I think what happens is, people wait for the prices to drop, but unfortunately when the prices drop, typically the interest rates will raise, so it puts you in the same boat of the type of house you'd be able to purchase.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, one of the things I think is so great about you and what you bring to the table for clients is that you've had 15 years of experience and you've had some great mentors, and you've been able to not only be successful, but really thrive in the real estate community. So maybe tell a little bit about your mentors and the philosophy of why you sell real estate, why you help people out, and what really is about you, Shay, the agent.
If I go way back, I knew I wanted to be a real estate agent when I was 18. At the time, I graduated from high school, and my future husband and I bought a home when I was 18 years old, so I was right out of high school. My very first agent just was amazing. She had done it for years and years and years, and I had asked her, what is it that you have to do to get into this business? And she directed me in a way of don't just jump in, don't just become an agent. It's not an easy job, and to really start from the beginning and build your way up. And that is what I did. I started off as an unlicensed assistant. I went to be a receptionist at a busy real estate firm. I joined PJ Henderson in 2005, and I was with her for 7 years. And she was also another one of my extraordinary mentors that taught me what I know.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I remember I've been in it for I think 10 years now almost. Early on in my career, having to deal with you and PJ, and just how professional you were. And one of the things, it was a joy on the opposing agent side to deal with you, because you really took care of your clients. You did a great job in not only your communication with them, but also with us as the other agent in the transaction. So I think you bring a lot of knowledge and a lot of that experience to the table. So it really makes for a good experience for the client.
Right. I believe in definitely informing. Information is such a big thing because they don't do our job, so they don't know. What we think is so little might be a big piece of information for them. So definitely making sure people are informed is very, very important.
Yeah. One of the things I think that we were so happy about having Shay over at Coldwell Banker is that not only does she have the experience with dealing with the clients, but you're also, I know you don't consider yourself, but you really are kind of techie there. We have our meetings all the time and talking about, the thing that's up and coming, and 9 out of 10 times you've already heard of it, you're experienced it, you're working with that, and you're implementing that. Talk about a little about the technical part of real estate and why that's still so important as well.
I think where I kind of started into that is when I did some advertising for about a year in real estate. That was my job and my focus, so I did a lot of research, and I realized the importance of marketing and advertising and the different avenues you need to go, and reading a lot of stuff and watching webinars and learning, because it's an ever-changing world in real estate. So you want to definitely keep up to speed with what's going on. I think it's important to always learn and move forward.
That's good. Well, and that definitely at Coldwell Banker, that's really what we strive for, is always being on the forefront of technology and what we can do to better serve our clients. So let's dive a little bit into more of who Shay is. You have a son.
I do have a son.
Yes.
He will be 11 next month.
Okay.
Time flies. It seems like yesterday he was just a baby.
Yeah.
He's my world, so if I'm not working, I'm always with him. We spend a lot of time together. He's definitely one of my little best friends, a little sidekick.
Yeah.
very, very busy. He's a hyperactive child, so I'm always chasing after him.
Well, most kids, I think, parents would say that their children are very hyperactive. So you're right in line with, I think, a lot of them. So that's good.
Right.
So tell us what you love to do outside of real estate.
I'm kind of a homebody. I love home remodel projects, so I always have a project going on in my house. I love to garden. I live on a half acre, so I do a lot of yard work and stuff around my house. Last year I built a pergola all by myself.
Wow.
And that's going to be a lot of fun this year, I think. I love crafts. I love to paint. I love, pretty much anything that revolves around being home.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not working, I like to be home. But we love to take road trips. My best friend lives in Wheatland, so we get on the road a lot and we'll travel down there and visit her.
That's good.
That's a lot of fun for us to do.
One thing that really kind of encompasses why you are such a great agent is because you are so concerned about even your own personal home and the things that you love to do to create a home instead of just a house.
Right.
And as we know, the Coldwell Banker theme for this year is the hashtag Find Your Happy Place. And for you to be able to articulate and to be able to do that, even just on your own personal life, really kind of transitions into how you handle your clients, I believe. So
I would agree. Yeah, definitely. I mean, home is where the heart is. That's for sure.
that's good.
Definitely.
Well, I really appreciate you taking some time. I know you're a busy gal and you've got a lot of things to do, and for you to come on the episode here, so we really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Josh.
I hope you as an audience have gotten to know Shay just a little bit more and why we feel so fortunate to have her a part of the company. And I know that if you have any real estate needs, you'll definitely be taken care of by Shay. So don't hesitate, give her a call. Obviously the office number is 315-6161, and I know she'd be very happy to take care of any of your real estate needs.
Thank you.
Good. So once again, thanks so much for joining us on another episode. We look forward to seeing you again.